it is me, Edyn. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Today we have a vegan ground beef showdown. That's right, Light Life ground versus Beyond Beef ground. This video is sponsored by our friends over at Care Of. I will tell you more about them later on in the video, but first, let's talk about this beef. We're gonna make tacos. I'm trying to be funny. So I was on Twitter, as I usually am, and I saw some people post about this Light Life ground beef that looked exactly like ground beef. I'm like, gross, but also cool. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Creepy, creepy. I'll show you it up close once I open the package. And I was like, okay, I haven't seen it in my area. And then, lo and behold, Beyond Beef. Also ground beef, which I would say that this Light Life looks a little bit more like ground beef than the Beyond Beef. And initially, to be honest, I wasn't excited about the Beyond Beef. Beyond Burger gives me indigestion. I have like oily burps when I eat it. And I think it's just because of the high oil, the high fat content in it. Gives me a little bit of no. And this is also $10. So I was like, $10 is just really expensive. The way my Sephora budget is set up, I can't spend that much on food. So I have to do it though for YouTube, right? So this was $9.99 for a pound, and this was $5.99 for 12 ounces. 12 ounces. But this was on sale. I think the original price on it is $7.99. So it's a little bit less. They're pretty comparable per ounce. So we're going to open them up, take a look at them raw. We're gonna start sauteing them up, and we're gonna have some yummy soy-free, which is why I was able to test both of these out. If you haven't seen my last video or my next video, not quite sure when I'm gonna post it. I'm soy-free again. I was soy-free the first 2 years I was vegan, and now I am back to being soy-free. So these are both soy-free and gluten-free. So I'm gonna test them out. And I guess I'll stop talking now, show you some close-ups of the packages, and then we'll get started.
There's something about you that caught my eye. There's something so true that sparks a light. And I don't believe in love first sight, but I can't deny this thing I found. I'm not saying that you would change my life, but what I'm saying is you make me come alive. I'm not saying that you are just my type, but what I'm saying is you make me come alive. Ooh, I'd rather be.
This is the Light Life up close. That's what it looks like. We're gonna get it in the pan in a little bit. I'm just gonna use a little corner of it for a taco. And this is the Beyond Beef. I'm assuming these little white specks are some kind of fat. My one concern is this smells like a Beyond Burger still. And that's my one complaint with the Beyond Burger, is that it's not versatile in my opinion, because even if you make meatballs out of it, it still tastes like hamburgers because of the way that it's seasoned. So I hope that this has a more mellow flavor that you can kind of make your own. But I'm gonna get a little of each into the pan.
But I can't deny this thing I found. I'm not saying that you would change my life, but what I'm saying is you make me come alive. I'm not saying that you are just my type, but what I'm saying is you make me come alive.
I also found this white rice at Whole Foods. You guys know how I feel about other foods pretending to be other foods. I'm just not a big fan of it. I mean, the beef, that's different. That's a vegan thing. But like cauliflower pretending to be rice, we already have rice. We don't need cauliflower to be rice, you know? But this is rice made from vegetables. I found it at Whole Foods. They were 2 for $6. I bought them on my own, and I figured we'd give it a little bit of a try. It's lentils and chickpeas for the most part, a little bit of rice flour, and then the rest of it just looks like seasonings and such. So we'll have this, is it Spanish style rice with our tacos. So first we have our white rice. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this into the boiling water, is what it says to do. And once it comes back to a boil, you actually cover it and turn the heat off. And it just sits for 12 minutes. So we'll leave that to do its own thing. All right, so I have both of my beefs in the pan. I'm gonna start to just break these down a little bit. I'm not gonna season them until after I taste a little bit, and then I'm gonna season them both with taco seasoning. This is just some leftover avocado oil that I had in the pan from some peppers and onions that I fried up. So let's go ahead and start to break these up. So this is the Light Life. This smells exactly like traditional Beyond Beef like patties. So we'll see. All right. We'll let this brown and we'll be back. While our beef is battling, I want to tell you a little bit about today's sponsor, Care Of. Over at Care Of, they take supplementation personally, and I mean that. Care Of is a customized vitamin and supplement service. You get personalized daily packs that have your name on them. It can be kind of hard to know what vitamins you should be taking. Care Of delivers your daily vitamins and supplement packs customized to promote optimal health, which is very important to me as a plus size yoga instructor. It's super simple, guys. All you have to do is go to Care Of's website and take the quiz. They'll ask you questions about Eastern and Western medicine, about your diet, if you're vegan like me. They even have prenatal vitamins. And something that's really awesome is the personalized packs are all vegetable-based cellulose that is compostable. I've been loving Care Of because it goes beyond your basic supplementation and looks at wellness as a whole. Whatever your goals are, if it's brain health, if it's fitness goals, Care Of has your back. My personal pack has rhodiola, which is amazing for endurance and recovery after exercise. As someone who's very active, I have veggie omega, and I'm not the greatest at swallowing pills, so they have the option to get 2 smaller pills instead of 1 big old pill. My doctor recently told me that I should work some more iron into my diet, so I have an iron, a B12, which is important for everyone, not just vegans, a probiotic blend, since I do have some tummy troubles with soy and wheat and, you know, things, and also a magnesium, which is good for sleep and muscle recovery. Care Of has been super gracious and offered 25% off of your first order. All you have to do is head over to careof.com. I'll link it down below too, so that it's nice and easy for you, and use code Edyn for 25% off. You guys know how important supplementation is to me for overall wellness, and it was just getting a little bit rough. My omega was in the fridge, my B12 was in my bathroom, my D3 was in my purse, so now they're all in one convenient little place. I actually haven't taken them today, so maybe we should do that. It says, "Hi Edyn," and I'll just open these up. I love that Care Of listened to their customers about the plastic packaging and changed this to a plant-based compostable fiber, which is super awesome when companies listen like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop mine down the hatch. Drop one. Pro pill hack: don't cock your head back. So some smarty pantses at Harvard said you put water in your mouth, put in the pill, and swallow with your head neutral, because that's the way that you drink typically. You don't drink and do this. When you drink, it kind of constricts. So if you have trouble with pills, try that. It's worked wonders for me. Thank you so much to Care of for sponsoring this video. I've seen so many of my favorite YouTubers recommend them in the past, and I'm really glad that I gave them a try, and you should too. Get 25% off of your first month with code Edyn. Back to the beef. And we're back. We've taken our vitamins. We feel fantastic. So we have our 2 grounds. As you can tell, the Beyond is a lot more oily. The Light Life barely has any oil in it, and I've reserved some to taste on its own, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add some taco seasoning to both, add a tiny bit of water to the pan, and that was my timer for my taco shells. Speaking of taco shells, these are the taco shells we're going to be using today by Siete. You guys know I love their grain-free chips and their hot sauces and their tortillas actually. So I was really excited to find these at Whole Foods. A bit pricey, but I think it'll be worth it because they digest a little bit better for me. Okay, so we've got our beef seasoned. This one looks a lot more like beef. This is the Beyond, which I'm excited for because previously the Beyond looked pretty similar to this, honestly, because of all of the beet that they put into it. And that was kind of a complaint of mine, because when I try to make things like biscuits and gravy, it would turn the gravy pink. So I'm thinking this new iteration of Beyond may be better. And I'm just going to add a tiny bit of water in here and let it steam for just a second. Then we're going to make our tacos. All right, we have our Light Life here and our Beyond meat here. Let's taste the white rice first, now that my kitchen has been destroyed. I don't think I like the seasoning on it, but the like texture and everything's good. So maybe if you got the regular one, it would be better. It tastes like rice-a-roni. Like more pasta-like than rice-like. Palate cleanser. Editing Edyn here. Right rice, abort mission. Wrong rice. That's what we're gonna call it. I don't think that the taste is the seasoning. I think it's the actual rice. And it's not that it tastes like beans, because I love beans. Beans taste delicious. It's just a little funk. Just eat rice, okay? So let's taste our beefs. This is the Light Life unseasoned. Dear Lord, please let the seasoning fix that. The initial taste of that, it tastes like the smell of Play-Doh. But after you start to chew it, it resembles the Beyond Burger, the first version, not the Beyond 2.0. So you're like, oh, is that good? We don't think it's good. But you get tricked in the beginning, like as you chew it. But I don't really love that texture. It's like it doesn't cook through enough. And I cooked it for quite a while, y'all. And I think it's because it doesn't have the same fat content as the Beyond, so it doesn't like get that good crisp and heat up enough to get it heated like super duper all the way through. Someone told me this on Instagram, I think it was Sal. He's like, you know, I wouldn't buy it again, but if it was free, I would eat it. That's kind of the same boat that I'm in with Light Life for now. We'll see how it tastes once it's all seasoned and everything. This is the Beyond going in. So, to me, that tastes exactly like the Beyond Burger. there's been like a split. Some people are like, oh, it tastes a little different. Some people say it tastes exactly like the Beyond Burger. It has that same flavor and taste as Beyond, which is fine if you like that. I just worry, like, if you're trying to make this into a meatloaf or into meatballs and you want to make them Italian tasting, that you're always going to get that flavor that's already infused into it that reminds you burger, you know? So we'll see. Let's go ahead and taste our tacos. Let's taste the Light Life first. It's such a weird angle. Oh wow. So in its food component, it's not bad, but I want to taste one more, try just getting the bottom part. Once it's seasoned and in its food component, it tastes okay. Yeah, it tastes okay. It needs to be seasoned, that's for sure. I think that's the trick with this one. It does have a pretty mellow flavor to take on whatever you're seasoning it with, but it also remains red like the original Beyond Burger, so that could be a problem depending on what you're cooking. But overall, in the taco, it's good. It still does have a bit of an aftertaste that I can't pinpoint, that I'm not in love with, but it's not like repulsive, disgusting like my first thought of tasting it was. So Beyond Taco, which I had the Beyond Beef Taco at Del Taco in California, and that was good. So why can't I eat taco properly? It's very good, but it tastes like burger. It doesn't taste like the seasoning that I put on it, you know? It tastes like I just made Beyond Burger in it. Which again is fine, but it doesn't just taste like beef, it tastes like burger, you know? It's very good. Because Beyond Burger is good. I do feel like it has a meatier texture when it's crumbled than the Beyond Burger being crumbled. It has like a meatier chew, a lot more texture to it. What is this? This is the Light Life. The Light Life is softer. So, in my opinion, the Beyond Beef tastes better. It has a better texture. The Light Life, I probably wouldn't buy again. Even though it's not like repulsive, you do have to do some work to make it taste good, and the texture just still isn't quite there. Maybe I need to make it into like a meatball or something like that. But in the taco, it's quite soft. So maybe if you saute it in oil or something like that, it would give it more crisp, help it brown up, help it become more meaty. But just like in my basic test, I did use oil because I had leftover oil in the pan. Not my favorite. They also have sausages, so if you want me to try the sausages, I'm happy to try those too and let you guys know how they go. They are cheaper than Beyond Meat though, so if you're on a budget, and Sprouts has an amazing return policy, if you don't like something you can take it back just like Whole Foods, and you want to try the Light Life, that may be something that interests you. And Sprouts has a lot of sales. Like I said, I got mine for $5.99, which is a pretty decent price if you just want to make tacos and you want something like meaty, but the problem is it's not particularly meaty. It's vegan meaty, and that's my honey, a little bit lacking on flavor. The Beyond is good, but it tastes like burger, so you really need to like deep season it, I think. Maybe I should have added more taco seasoning, but again, it's not bad that it tastes like Beyond Burger. I'm just saying it has that distinctive Beyond beef flavor, you know. It's good. I'm gonna smash the rest of this taco and it's gonna be amazing, but I just thought it was worth mentioning. The white rice, you know, the little bag is what was it, $3 for that little bag, when brown rice is a lot more affordable in most cases. So it kind of just depends on your budget if it's something you want to try or not, but I do think it's good. I'm not sure that I love that seasoning mix, but I will make some taco bowls with it since I have a lifetime supply of beefless ground meat products in my fridge now. But I hope you guys like this video comparing the two meats, and that maybe it helped you decide on which one you would prefer, or which one that you should go for. Like I said, these are all kind of like luxury products. They're quite expensive. They're not something that, even though like I'm soy free and I like that they're both soy free, they're not something that's going to be a bulk of my diet because it's expensive, and Beyond usually gives me indigestion. We'll see if this one gives me indigestion or not. Even though it's super tasty, I kind of stay away from it just because I'm not willing to have the effects that it has on me for a tasty moment. I'll just put some spiced quinoa and beans and be just as happy, you know. But yeah, I really love this. I feel full of junk, so I'm really glad that I took my vitamins today. Thanks again, Care Of, for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to head to the link down below if you want to try out Care Of and have a more personalized approach to wellness. They also have protein powders and like mix in type of things, not just vitamins. So there's more to Care Of than there ever has been before. 25% off of your first month by clicking the link and using my code Edyn, and that's EDYN. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, remember to keep an open mind, keep an open heart, practice unconditional compassion, but don't take shit from anyone. I love you guys endlessly, and I hope you love yourselves even more. I'll talk to you really soon.